Good morning, dear children. Welcome to the class. This lecture is for class 7th, subject Social Science, chapter number 7 of Civics, and the name of the chapter is Understanding Advertising. As we have already started this chapter and we have covered one of the lecture in which we covered what is this advertising, what is brand, what do the advertisement do, and the types of advertisement. This is going to be our lecture number 2. In this lecture, we are going to cover some more topics like topics to be covered in the lecture are number 1, brand value and social value. How they are used in advertisement. This we will cover. Number 2, how does an advertisement get made? Means how the advertisements they are created, how they are made. Number 3, advertising and democracy. As we are the part of democratic government, so here we will talk about advertising and democracy. Number 4, disadvantages of advertisement. Number 5, homework. That in every lecture we take the homework, and in this homework obviously we will be having the questions based on the topics covered in today's lecture. So let's start with the topics. Our first topic is brand value and social value. Here we just talk here about how brand value and social value they are used there in advertisements. Okay, when you will read your chapter there from the book, you will see the different more example. As I gave you some example in first lecture, some more examples of advertisements you will see there in your book also. Okay, so brand value and social value. Brand, we know that yesterday we covered stamping the particular name of the product, that is brand. So brand value and social value. Advertisements are an essential part of our social life. Brands create value. That we know that in today's life, in society, these advertisements, they are really essential part, and brands create value. Because we know now at present, every person, they wants the branded things. So they have these brands, they have created the value. Number 2, a branded dal may cost much more than loose, even there is not much difference between packed and loose dal. So what is there? We know that when the branded things, they are, the packaging is done there and the brand has been given to that particular thing. Like here a dal example we have taken. The cost of that branded dal, that is more than the loose one. And if we talk about the quality, there is not much difference between the packed or loose dal, in quality if we talk about. But in rate, definitely the branded or the packet material or dal, they have the more cost than the loose one. Okay, so they have the brand value. Here we are talking about brand value. So they have there we are explaining that brand value that really exists there in the advertisement. Number 3, in the case of advertisement, a personal issue is being used as the advertisement uses the mother's concern for her child. In your book, one advertisement example, one is of dal we have already taken. One is there that is all about cares of advertisement. And here the personal issue is being used, where this advertisement uses a mother's concern for her child. and we know that every mother wants to give the best to the children. Okay, so here if we talk about, mothers begin to feel that using this soap is sign of how much they love their child. In this way, the advertisement uses the love of a mother for her child to sell the expensive soap. So what they are saying, definitely the social value or brand value that exists, that is used there in the advertisement. Next is, we buy products which we think may be good for us and our family. Definitely the things those are good for us, we want to buy that only. That affects our lifestyle also. Okay, so whatever they are, even in society, social value if you talk about, people of today's world, they want to show off. Definitely they want to show the branded things that they are using. Okay, they want to show that they are the people, those are using the branded things only. So that the social value is used, and brand value that exists definitely in every item. The person who is using the rich locality, if we want to, if we say, all they use the branded things, and the people, they definitely thinks that branded things, they have the great value than the other. So great, that brand value and social value that is used there in advertisement. Next thing, several cricket heroes and our favorite film stars also sell products to us. As we follow them, so we may feel tempted to buy these products. You might have seen that many of the products are advertised by some of the heroes or cricket heroes there. So, and we definitely follow them, and whenever we watch them there with those products, those material, so we may feel tempted, or we may feel attracted to buy these products. So this is all about the brand value and social value. How in society the people, they may really feel proud by using different branded things, and the brand definitely it has the value in itself. Okay, so our next topic is how to create an advertisement. Means how the process that is done, how the any of the thing that get the advertisement, okay, or advertisement get made. What is the procedure? To create an advertisement, the company would approach an advertising agency first of all. That is the first step. To create any of the advertisement of any product, the company firstly approached to an advertising agency. Number 2, the agency would do a market survey of existing brands and demand of the product. Then the agency, advertising agency, they really make sure about the marketing value of that particular brand. So for that, the market survey is done for that brand, and what is the demand for that brand, that product is there among the people. That is surveyed by the advertising agency. The next step, on the basis of that, they would make a particular strategy for advertising the product. After taking the survey for the demand or the value of branded things or that product, about whom they are going to make the advertisement, on the basis of that detail, they would make a particular strategy for advertising the product. This is called marketing strategy of the brand that they have prepared for advertisement. And at last, when it is finalized, the advertisement is launched in the market. Anywhere, where or whether it is on TV or radio or newspaper, magazine. So this is how the advertisement get made. This is how the advertisement they are created. Okay, this is the process. Next thing, that advertising and democracy. As in democracy we say that all people are equal, but here we will see the differences. What is this? See, advertising is an expensive process. Usually crores of rupees are spent for advertising a brand. That is really true, that it is really expensive process and crores of rupees they are spent for advertising a brand. Even the example there, it is given in your book also. The telecast rate for 30-second advertisement on the national TV channel, it is 1.65 lakhs. This is the beginning, the cost that is beginning, and even more than that. Even one more example it is given in book, that the famous cricketer signed 3-year contract to do various advertisement for rupees 180 crores. So what is given there? That much these branded things they are expensive. Advertisement of the branded things definitely they are expensive. So it is really beyond to the small businessmen, you can say. Okay, the people those are having the small business, that is really very much difficult for them to advertise their product. So it is showing the next is, it affects life of small producers, as in a democracy all people are equal. We know that all people they have the dignity of themselves. Okay, we know that in democracy all people are equal, but this advertising, that as it is very expensive, so it really affects the life of small producers. Advertisement tends to promote a certain lack to respect for the poor. That is also we can see here clearly. The poor people definitely they are not able to get the things those are branded, because they are beyond to, they do not reach to them, as they are very expensive. So advertisements they tend to promote a certain lack of respect for the poor people, as they are not able to purchase them. Definitely they themselves feel very bad that they are not able to buy them. Okay, so these advertisements definitely they tend to promote a certain lack of respect for the poor people. As citizen of a democratic society, we should be aware of the strong influence what advertisement can have on our lives. We know we are the citizen of a democratic society. We are free basically, no foundations are there. So we should be aware of all strong influence which advertisement can have on our lives. We must be aware about all those things. This is not there if branded thing is there and we are not able to buy them. So we should not run after them. Every branded thing we can't say that is the best one. Okay, so we should be aware about all those influences which advertisement can have in our lives. Clear? So this is all about advertisement and democracy. Advertising affects equality in democracy. Definitely it affects the equality. We know there is equality in our constitution for each and every person. But how advertising that affect that equality in democracy? That is based on definitely advertising. The small producers and the big companies, big you can say businessmen, there is not the equality if we talk about on the basis of advertising. So see how they affect the equality of democracy. Poor people cannot afford costly products which is against democracy. Here we are talking that in democracy every person is equal, but here we are talking, if we talk about the economic status of the people. Poor people, they cannot afford costly products. Definitely it is correct, which is against the democracy. As why it is against? Because we say that in democracy every person is equal, but here we are talking that poor people cannot afford, only rich people can afford these costly products. So this is again showing the inequality. Then next thing, only big companies can advertise and small scale companies are not able to advertise, which affects the sale of their products. Again, one more example of inequality there on the basis of companies. Like the big companies, big business houses, they can advertise because that is really very expensive. But the small scale companies, they are not able to advertise, which affect the sale of their products. Due to that, the big companies, they get the more profit than the small scale companies, because they are not able to advertise as they are doing. So this is how advertising affects equality in democracy. Clear? At disadvantages of advertising, we have seen that through advertising, the people, they get attracted towards the products, and the different companies, they get more profit through advertising their products. But what are the disadvantages of these advertising? Okay, number one, we can say they do not promote equality. That just in the previous topic we have done, that they really affect the equality there in democracy. So they do not promote equality. Who? Advertising. They do not promote equality. Small companies cannot afford to advertise. Due to this, a better quality product may also not sell. That is the reason, because sometimes the people, they get affected to the advertisement. They are attracted towards the advertisements and they just buy those products only. And due to that, a better quality of product may also not sell due to only the advertisements. It makes us believe that packed things are better than unpacked items. Basically, we just run after the brands. As we talked here, the one example of loose dal or packed dal. So there also we have seen that there is not much difference in quality, but in rates, the packets, they are more costly than the loose one. So it makes us believe that the packet or the packed things are better than unpacked items. That is in our mind only, that the packed things, they are better than the loose one. Okay, so that is also one of the disadvantages of advertising. It hurts the dignity of the poor. This is really, we agree that it hurts the dignity of poor. Sometimes the poor people, they just get attracted, but they are not able to buy those products, and in that situation they really feel very bad. So they hurts the dignity of the poor also. These are all disadvantages of advertising. Now it's time for homework. As today the topics that we have covered, the first topic we talked about the brand value and social value. How these two, brand value and social value, they are used there in advertising. Clear? Then we talk about the advertising and democracy. So both the relation between them. Then the next topic we talked about, then how the equality in democracy, that is affected by advertisement. And at last we talk about the disadvantages of this advertisement. Clear? Then here the different as I told you in between also, the different advertisements, they are given in your book also. Like we talk about the Care Shop advertisement, top taste dal. So here they are really used, the different brands are given them, so people they are attracted towards them due to these advertisement. So this is all about the today's lecture, and with this today's lecture our chapter is also completed. It's time for the homework on the basis of today's topics. Question number 1. Can you explain 2 ways in which you think advertising affects issues of equality in a democracy? Clear? Here the 2 ways you will explain how the advertisement they affect the equality there in democracy. Question number 2. What are the disadvantages of advertising? Question number 3. How does advertising affect democracy? Question number 4. How does an advertisement get made? Means how does an advertisement that is created? Clear? So these questions you will do in your fair register. Now it's time for the solution of the homework of lecture number 1. As here lecture number 1 will come. Okay, so 5 questions I gave there in lecture number 1. Question number 1 was, what do you understand by the word brand? List 2 reasons why building brands is central to advertisement. Okay, why this brand that is the center for the advertisement, you can say. Answer: this refers to a social identification of name that is associated with a product. This is the meaning of brand or the definition of brand, or we in simple word we can say branding, that is the stamping of any product with the name. Now the second part, it is the 2 reasons building brands is central to advertisements as: number 1, it promote a produce of a particular company. Number 2, it helps to differentiate with other products in the market. That's why this is the central to advertisement, we can say, the brand that is really very important, that plays very important role there in the advertisement. Question number 2, it was distinguish between commercial and social advertisement, means differentiate between commercial and social. Commercial advertisement, it is intended to promote the sale of a product by appealing directly to the public to purchase that particular product. Number 2, it is based on profit. Number 3, it is done to promote a product, means the promotion of the product that is done in commercial advertisement. Now the second one is social advertisement. Number 1, it is meant to promote social issue. Okay, social advertisement, they are there to raise the social issues only. Number 2, it is based on common good, means for common welfare they are used. Number 3, it is meant to promote social issues like health awareness, family planning, etc. In health awareness, as I gave the example of the different instructions given by different department, WHO, to the people about corona, that is one of the example of social advertisement. The third question, it was, who is a consumer? The answer is consumer. It refers to the person for whom the goods or products have been made and who pays money to buy and use them. Okay, so that person is known as consumer. Question number 4, what is advertisement and what do advertisements do? Here as will also come. Answer: an advertisement is the promotion of the product, brand and service to attract the consumer. And the next part of the question is, what do advertisements do? Advertisements draw attention towards products. They describe the products. They create interest to buy the product to the people. They create the interest of the people for buying the particular product. Question number 5, it is, what is product? We are talking here about product and product only. So what is this product? Product, it refers to a thing or service that has been made for being sold out in the market. So please check all these answers if you have already done, and do the today's homework also. They are in your fair register. So thank you and have a nice day.